book I wanted to talk about was World Food Paris, and this book does have a lot of information as well about bread and the uses of bread in many different, like for charcuterie boards and on for people with different passions. But in particular, what's unique about this book, I think, is again because it's from World Food Paris. So thinking about how the French eat and what makes them so different from what we think about in every day. So the pictures in this book, if you're interested in just looking for some beautiful ways to set up charcuterie boards with different cheeses, salami, olives, he throws in some wild asparagus, sardines. They're just, the pictures are beautiful. And they're easy to follow. I did want to mention here that, there's a quote here in this book, why is French cheese so excellent? And he goes on to say that what really makes our cheese the best in the world is our cheesemakers and their passion. They are the real heroes of French cheese. So that's kind of hard to beat. And again, we go into lots of pictures with all different cheeses. And then he talks about some of the recipes that I would say would be my favorite. And if you want to kind of think about how you might work these into some holiday menus, a warm lentil salad. It's just not something that we see often. But a carrot vinaigrette. And then my favorite was the ratatouille with the nouvelle with eggplant and all these other beautiful vegetables. So it would be a very colorful presentation, something nice on a cool night. Mussels is something we often think of just buying out, but he goes through an accurate description here of how you can do it yourself. So I think you should try that, Rebecca. Do that for us.
I was going to say.
Well, my husband's allergic, so we can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to just mention was how he goes into these baguettes and these beautiful sandwiches. And the story, again, about the baking techniques, the marriage of science and nature and system and precision, and it's just wonderful. And he talks about different places in Paris, obviously the Eiffel Tower being one of them, but that bring back memories and just, again, how he shapes the dough, makes the form, and he ends very beautifully with my favorite dessert, which is creme brulee. It really is my favorite dessert, even more than a black and white cookie. It's really creme brulee. So you wouldn't be disappointed in this book for a lot of reasons, because in these days when many of us are not traveling so much, you can use this book to travel and pretend you're going to Paris. You can think about changing up your holiday menus this year with some unique recipes, and just take some time and enjoy it.
What I like about those books, Luann, is the presentation, and that's what you don't get, right, when you're just looking at a recipe. But when you look at how it's presented, how it's garnished, how it's plated, it just, inspires us to be a little bit more creative with our everyday dishes.